No, I'm not. No.
President Trump and the White House keep saying it. Special counsel Robert Mueller isn't getting fired. So why does the media keep harping on it? John, you say you know why.
I do. It's because they didn't get what they wanted. Look, the media and many people were predicting indictments for President Trump. They're predicting evidence of collusion with Russia with President Trump. There's been zero evidence so far. They're mad about that. President Trump has come out and called them fake news. And it turns out that all they were predicting was indeed not true. And they're mad about the fact that they don't have something to report. There's been more evidence of Secretary Clinton with Russia than there has of President Trump. And it's just simply the media got it wrong, just like they got the polls wrong for President Trump in the last election.
Hadley, but lawmakers, too, keep bringing it up. Senator Mark Warner brought it up. Congressman Gutierrez wrote a letter saying we're going to have to come back to Washington if President Trump fires Mueller over the Christmas holiday.
Yeah, talking about something, saying something over and over again doesn't make it true, but it does make it seem more important to members of the public who are listening. And in media, we learn that there are various ways to bias a story. You can choose different words or have a different tone, but you also show your media bias or your bias as a lawmaker by choosing which stories to highlight, which ones to put on the front page. And I'm afraid that really what's behind this ultimately is the fact that many in the media don't want to talk about the fact that many corporations raise wages this week, offered Christmas bonuses because the tax reform is going to be very successful in helping the American middle-income workers. And I don't think they want to talk about President Trump's successful first year in office and his deregulation agenda. So why not continue to talk about Mueller and speculate there?
Chuck, why do they keep bringing it up? The possibility Trump's going to fire Mueller. Trump's going to fire Mueller. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
We all work in this business to a little bit. I work in this business, and we know that that's good for ratings and it's good for their audience. And they're going to be talking about things that gin up the base. Back to John's point. So when they're out there talking, it's one of the ugliest things about Washington D.C. is that we're way so hyper partisan, either on the far right with media or the far left with media, when most of America's right in the middle. If there's something that has went on here, let's have a full investigation. Let's get to the bottom of it. You should be covering the news that is news and let the American people. That's what makes us different in America. We have a free and open media, and we should be talking about what matters. Now, this investigation may matter, it may not, but let's do it in a truthful way.
Gary B., is it just to goad the president, quite frankly?
Absolutely. You know, Chuck said we have a free and open media. We don't. We have a media that is actively rooting against Trump. You know why they keep bringing up this he's going to fire Mueller? They want him to fail. They want Trump to fail desperately. They still cannot get over that he won. They still cannot get over being smarty pants who are proved wrong in every poll. They want him to fail. You know why? So the Washington Post can run a headline that says, President Trump fires only man that could bring him to justice. I guarantee that's what they're after. They're rooting for the demise of him. They're rooting, in effect, for the demise of America. I think it's despicable. They're anything but partisan. That changed years ago.
Well, and Jonas, talking about Mueller possibly getting fired, it distracts from what we found out about some individuals working on this, on the Mueller investigation. Andrew Strzok, the FBI agent, with all the nasty Trump messages that he was sending when he talked to Congress behind closed doors earlier this week. This distracts from all of that.
No, because there's enough real news and real reporting to be done on this story that you don't have to just do what you want to happen or what you think's going to happen or what sounds like something that's going to happen. I mean, the whole thing actually vaguely reminds me of the articles about Obama not being born in America. It's like you kind of that's what it's doing the same thing that they criticize the other side of doing. As far as is Trump going to have a Saturday Night Massacre like Nixon and fire everybody, the same media that thinks he's going to do that says he watches TV all Saturday night, so he's not going to do both. So it's not going to happen. So I think it's not real articles. It's not real research. It's just reproducing stories, innuendos, stitching. It's the same kind of lousy journalism that got him in the first place.
But again, Gary B., I go back to this. It's not just the media. This is being fed by Democrats in the Senate and in the House, and that makes it that much more despicable.
Well, and add in not only media, but the entertainment industry. Now you have the Matt Damons of the world chiming in. So now it appears on entertainment news, Washington Post, New York Times, CBS, across the board. You have trouble reading these days a pro-Trump article unless it's in, unless it's on Fox News for that matter, or the Fox News website.
And thank you, Gary B., for that. Thanks, guys and gal. Cashing in just over an hour from